did what you did.
Hey, you right.
Exactly.
Everybody ain't did
So
what you done did.
don't try to. I know, but don't try to normalize
I'm not.
what you have
I
done.
absolutely am not. What I'm
Like your
saying,
life is not
what
normal.
I'm
It's not no
saying,
model that
what,
I want a mirror to follow, a money to follow, cadence to follow.
okay,
Not. And
okay,
I don't think their mothers would either. So
okay.
let's be honest.
So
Okay?
what are you saying? What is that saying about me? I'm your husband,
Well, I'm
and you
just
basically saying you wouldn't want my sons to be like me.
I would
I'm
not
successful.
I would not want
I'm
them to have
successful.
as
I
many
take care of my
children,
kids. Okay,
and I would not want
so
them to
what?
have all of these different situations. That's not something I would
I
want for
understand.
them.
I don't necessarily want that for them either.
Okay. I
But
want them
don't
to have
sum me up just in the fact because
I'm
I
not.
got kids. Because let me tell you something. I take them.
It's not just
No, no,
because
no,
you
no,
have
no, no, no.
children.
I'm gonna say it like this
It's
though.
not just because you have
I'm
children.
gonna
All right, welcome into Random Thoughts. It's me, your host, Paper Gang Chuck. Here we talk about hot topics, trendy topics, hood politics, government politics, sports or entertainment, or anything that run across this big ass head of mine. Yeah, today, man, I know y'all just seen the clip that I just played with a young jock and his wife, and where she said that she don't want his sons to grow up to be like him. Hold that thought right there, though. This ain't about that. Even though we gonna be talking about this, this more about how men and women see life differently. You know what I'm saying? And just because a woman thinks that this is bad doesn't mean that a man thinks this is bad, and vice versa. Just because a man thinks this is good doesn't mean that a woman thinks it's good. She might think it's bad, and more than likely it does. That's why they wrote the book. Men is from Mars and women is from Venus. We see the world totally different and have different feelings and emotions about different things. But women, I ain't gonna just say women, but we all have the problem with trying to place our expectations or what we think a person should be on them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of allowing them to be who they are and who they were created to be. Like, so this conversation really touched me because I can relate to it. And I was just watching the interview with Cam Newton and Dr. Shanae Bryan. I'm sorry if I killed your name. In the interview with Nick Cannon. And she also made a comment that indigenous men of this land are causing broken homes. And technically, it's true in a sense, but what was your reasoning behind saying that, though, Doctor? Because we ain't the only ones that do it, and then they could be like, you're not being accountable. Everybody does it. Men, women, no matter what your ethnicity is. If the relationship doesn't work out, I'm not. You don't expect them to stay in that relationship, do you? If it's abusive or whatever reason they asked for leaving, you know what I'm saying? They left, and now they ain't gonna go start a family somewhere else. Yes, technically it's a broken home, but okay, what's your point in saying it? Like, so what you're trying to get out? And that's where the problem lies with her statement on broken home and her statement on I don't want your sons to grow up with you, because now you're looking at that, you're looking at life through a woman's view, which is all you can, because you are a woman, but you could step out your shoes and look at it from a man's point of view. Like, for one, we'll go back to Kendra and Young Jock, then we'll get back to the doctor's point of view. For one, you told this man that you don't want his sons to grow up to be like him. Why not? Like, what's his pros and cons? Like, what did he do that's absolutely so bad that you don't want his son to grow up to be like him? We all, okay, let's say this first. We all want our kids to grow up to be better than us. But this was a direct shot. And both, I feel that the doctor and this lady are taking direct shots at us in indigenous man. And y'all gonna say, we ain't being accountable. No, we is being accountable. You know what I'm saying? We're not in denial of what we're doing, but what is y'all point in saying these things? You know what I'm saying? So back to Kendrick. Um, if not him, what man would you want him to be like? You name me a man that you want him to be like. Do you have that type of man in your life that raised you, or a brother or something? What man do you want this child to be like, young Jock's son to be like? If not him, is he that horrible of a person, or is it only about cheating and lying? Because that's all you brought up was cheating and lying. So that's a con of his. What other cons do we have? Because he brought up all his pros, and you didn't deny none of them. And it sounded to me like his pros outweighed his cons. So based on that, he cheated on you and multiple other women probably and lied about it. That one flaw. So you don't want your sons to be like him? Come on now. That was a strong statement. Now you can say, I don't want my son to cheat and be a liar. Okay, that's fine. But I don't want my son to grow up to be. That was a harsh thing to say to that man in that interview. I can relate. I done cheated and I done lied about it numerous times. But am I a shitty person, a horrible person for that? Maybe to the individual that got cheated on and lied to, yeah. And she can't even really say I'm a shitty, horrible person outside of me cheating and lying, or outside of him cheating and lying. That's crazy. And then back to the doctor, you made the comment that we are creating broken homes, like niggas is waking up like, oh, we want to go create broken homes. Nah, a lot of cases shit don't work out. I didn't even mean to have this baby by her. Yeah, it's all our fault. I'm being accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like we just going out there creating broken homes. What about the women that do it? Women do it too. Now we placing blame. You ain't being accountable. Nah, it's not that. It's just like, what is your point of saying that, Doc? You saying it's because it affects the kids? I agree, it does. But that's not the only thing that affects the kids. Do you have any kids? It's a multitude of things that can affects a kid and helps that kid grow up to be the person it is. Not just a broken home. Because if you look at it, it's a lot of kids that come from broken homes that's successful and do the right thing. Then you got some that don't. Then you got kids that come from an unbroken home that don't. That, you know what I'm saying? So what is your point of saying this? Oh, because it's a bad thing. To you women. To men, it's not. Men ain't looking at each other like, oh, you a failure because you got multiple baby mamas? Or you got multiple wives? Or you got multiple kids by multiple women? We don't have those conversations. That's something for you women. And y'all trying to place it on us. And we try and we love y'all so much that we try to take it and try to live like y'all want us to live. But y'all still don't even appreciate that. So it'd be like, fuck it, you know? That's a whole nother story. But what I'm saying is this. Men and women, we look at the world differently. Y'all can't place y'all expectations on us, and then when we don't meet them, call us failures. We're different than y'all. We're built different than y'all. We have different desires and different urges, just like y'all do. That's like us saying, I don't want my daughter to be like you because you don't know how to cook. Or you don't keep your house clean. Or you don't manage your money right. Or because you got a past history. You fuck multiple dudes. You fuck more than 10 dudes. Like, listen to how that shit sound. What about my character, bro? What about my morals? What about my values? What about... That's what I be saying, y'all. But I ain't gonna keep y'all long, right? I just wanted to get it off my chest, man. Like, if you don't want my son to be like me, then who? You name me a nigga that ain't cheated or thought about cheating. Martin Luther King cheated multiple times on his wife. And you don't want your son to be like Martin Luther King? That's the shit I be saying, though. You feel me? That's the shit I be saying, though, man. Like, ladies, we don't look at the world like y'all do. That's just how it is. Don't forget to comment. Please leave a comment, ladies. I want to see how y'all feel about this. And I want to you don't got to be educated. I just want a girl that know how to talk, you know, have a conversation. Come in the comments. Even if you don't, come in the comments. Change my mind. Tell me why I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Please don't forget to like, comment, and share because it really helps me out, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all, man. Until next time, peace.